Everything's broken. Oh, it's connected. It's just not showing. Refresh. Boom. Okay. Let's see. Who should I play as? Let's be the Juggernaut. Let's be USPW. When in doubt, go with the biggest company in the game. That's what we did yesterday. We are EWAA. I am woefully uneducated on the European scene, to be honest. So, like, EWA, who's even there? Byron and Bam Bam and Jason. Oh, okay. I know some of those names. I could maybe make that work eventually. Oh, Raven Robinson already would benefit from having. She's 39. Can she be a legend? Nope. She's not good at legitimate. She could be a bitter veteran, but I don't like that one as much. So I want her to stay face for now. Yeah, we could just bring her back as Goth. Go on and change her picture to more Goth Raven Robinson. Alright, so what do we start with? We start with Champion and Freely, Law and Schaefer, Money and Caulfield, and this garbage. And we sign Merritt because that's what we do. Oh. Good call. Actually bringing her in as Raven, or making her Raven Nightfall would probably be a good idea. Could have just done this then. Yeah, we got money. There you go. Alright, so just kind of thinking of who I would like to hire, but I think we got enough here. USPW is kind of one of those companies that you can just jump right in and play. The old one, like the 2010 logo, or the one that comes stock with the game? Like, are you talking... Oh, I won't be able to get it here. I don't even know if it's still in the game. But, like, are you talking... like this one or this one? Oh, they don't even have it. Okay. I did not turn off owner goals. This should be interesting. No luchas, no spot monkeys, no psychopaths. Rick Law gets pushed. Josh Thompson gets pushed. Casey Valentine gets pushed. Don't fall below national. You know what? Okay. So that means Rick Law is definitely beating Trent Schaefer. Pardon me. That is a nice part about having the owner goals, is it sometimes will push you in a direction that you didn't necessarily think of going, because I don't push Rick Law ever, to be honest. Pink trying to be red one. Okay. Yeah, the old one. Okay, so these didn't change. So we'll jump right into the show here. That's real weird. I'm going to try and fix this. Hold on. There it is. Okay. We're working on the fly here. Locker room incidents, of course. What do we got? Jumbo Jackson helped us out. Okay. Blue always seems more of the SWF color to me, though. Which is weird. I guess they're more of like a light bluey type color. So I don't know. Anyway, let us get started with what would probably be a staple is Nikki Champion coming out and Steve Freely interrupting him. And we're going to do a Pick Your Poison match tonight where each of them are going to pick the opponent's opponent. Then we'll jump into a match. We'll debut our kind of repackaged Raven Robinson, who is now Raven Nightfall, against... We need a... Killer Cast works. Killer Cast can take a loss here and be okay. Now let's see if Raven can cut a promo. Our current champion is Melody to start the game, right? Yep. Alright. Night will fall on Melody's title reign. And we're going to go backstage. Trent Schaefer, I don't think I ever spell his name right, so let me check this. Oh, I had it right. Is being a jerk to the staff. It's Trent Schaefer. I think he's doing like a... Is he doing the... Yeah, the prima donna, like, give me my all blue M&Ms, or... I wanted mineral water, not regular water, or something like that. And then to contrast that, we're going to have Rick Law just win a match. He can fight Jumbo Jackson. That would be fun. Alright, so I think I've hit 2 of the 4 storylines. I do need this one. Tyson Kidd. No, Tyson Kidd. Oh, wrong person. Definitely the wrong person there. Tyson Bane and Jumbo Jackson. T-Rex are going to abduct the Force. Let's go with entertainment, because we'll say Force is like backstage, interacting with people, having a good old time, and then bum rushed by Bane and Rex and abducted. Natural Storm and Cold Warriors on the first show of 2016. The Natural Storm win back the titles. And then after the match, celebrate. And this has nothing to do with the fact that Petra Novak gets popped for steroids 7 out of the 10 times I play as USPW. Yeah, old USPW was weird. Like the truly old before Sam Strong bought them, like weird USPW. So we got Justice, Enigma, Rich Money. I think if you have Rich Money, you're like contractually obligated to have him cut promos. That's his best attribute. And let's see if I can find 2 people for him to tag with. Actually, that would be fun. Rich, Joss, and Tyson versus Caulfield, Enigma, and we need another. I guess Freddie Datsun can be in this spot. He seems like he would tag with Caulfield. And we'll give Josh Thompson the win here in this match. Oh, wait. I think I screwed myself in what I wanted to do here. That's alright. I'll do it this way. Nikki Champion is going to face Casey Valentine. That was who was chosen. And Nikki Champion's going to win. Let's make it an open match. And Nikki Champion will not be attacked by Alan Parker. He'll be attacked by Steve Freely. And it'll be a DQ win. And then champion cuts a little promo where he, you know, Freely got one over on me, but he is going to face none other than James Justice in the main event right now. That is right. Hell Monkey was in USPW. Wow, weird. I think Steve Freely wins this one, but it's a little tainted. Like, he's not able to win it clean, and eventually the frustration boils over and he has to do something weird to get the win, like a low blow or something. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to do here? We could pop another match in there, but that's right. A lot of these guys stink, and I would like to bring in people to replace them. Hello, Mr. T-Bones. How are you? You are also green, which is the same color as Terror King, so I did not realize it was someone different talking there for a second, so my apologies. I guess I'll just end with Freely and Champion face off. Good to hear, good to hear. Storytelling. Alright, here's the show. Since I'm going to be firing a bunch, should I put, like, I don't know, Running Wolf over Dusty DeCont or something? We'll hold off, because I don't know who we're going to hire yet. Yeah, this did well to start us off. Yeah, it could have been better. I forgot Cass is bad. Do I still hate Freely? Like, he's never really produced well. We'll see how he does here. But I've been away from the CornellVerse for so long that I don't have that, like, oh, that I did maybe a year or two ago. It is a slightly different green. Although it all comes up purple on the overlay here. But overlay. Oh, Trench Safer being a jerk didn't do as well as I thought it would. Nor did Rick Law. Natural storm. So we are stuck in the C range. I feel like this happens every time. There we go. I mean, the big thing with Freely is, like, he was handed everything. So for him to be one of the people complaining about, like, oh, my push isn't good enough because of Eric Eisen, like, you were a champion, man. I always thought the long arm of the law was the Rainmaker before I had ever seen an Okada match. Like, the twist around, bop. That's right. Twist around Bob. Very scientific description here. Oy, 75. Jeez. James Justice got a 62. Woo. And Freely got a 73. Yeah, that's who we want carrying our company. Alright, well, killing the business already. Let's go bloody sign some people. Oh, what a shock. Go away. All right. Dozer is one who I like bringing in. He seems like a very USPW guy, especially under the Patriot mask. James Justice is about to find himself in a lovely tag team. All right. Now I just need to think of like other people who fit the USPW style but aren't absolute garbage. Alright, so this isn't that many, so I can kind of just go through this at my leisure. Right. So this is going to be even less then. Brutus Milano. Bells of Wade. Sings 38 though. A lot of these are older. That's a bit of an issue. Cage is definitely one we need to get. I think we can do without Steel. Zavi is a... Zavi's an entertainer? Okay. Sure. Malika Milk looks like someone who would team with James Justice. That's what he looks like. Milk Justice. And I'm just going to look at brawlers to see if there's anything there that like jumps out at me. Not seeing any of these names that are like, oh yeah, have to have them. So Bouncer's one. He's only 29. He's not terrible. And I think that's going to be it for now. And hopefully this will allow us to cut loose like Tribal Warrior and Dusty DeCant and people like that. Oh, Nelson Collum is also a good shout. I did not see that in there. Even as just a jobber type, like... Oh, he's popular too. All right. Well, here he is. It's Nelson. Oh, we'll definitely be using Colossus. And he's going to be working with Bane. Like, with the red hair alt that he has. Yep, that. Oh, Milk is the first to sign. That's not a bad idea. Nelson kind of is in that I have no idea what to do with them type spot a lot because he just seems like a generic indie guy. Zavi is a smarmy heals perfect. All right, we'll get Bulldozer. Yes. I'm rather surprised that this isn't canon. That American Patriot just went to USPW when Captain USA retired. Like, it just seems like it makes sense to me. DWN's already in north of the border, right? To start the game? No. No, he is not. I have an idea. Alright, we're getting a lot of heals here, but we kind of need it. Oh, they don't have the red hair one. Alright, this will have to do. Jet is in north of the border. Right. Thank you. I miss the music. Not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys saw the tweet that I put out there, but 33 copyright strikes. That's what I woke up to this morning. I haven't even checked YouTube to see if I'm still able to make money or not. I'm assuming I am. But if I'm not, it's not really that much, so it didn't matter anyway. I just found it funny that, like, instead of sending me one email that was like, hey, you got, like, this, and this was striked, it sent me 33 separate emails, one for each strike. Just indicative of how YouTube uses technology. All right. So who don't we have for our newbies? Like, anyone. None of these people. Merritt's hair. And, let's do a modern tag. This is probably going to bomb. But Rich Money, Chris Caulfield, Nikki Champion, and Steve Freely. They open the show and yell at each other. So, last week, Raven beat someone and yelled at Melody. I think we're just gonna wind it back and do it again. But let's bring in a local lady if we can get one. She does not seem good. She's a valet. We'll bring in Candy Floss to be a heel for a night. So Raven able to pick up another win and do another promo, but this time Melody's going to come out and accept the challenge. Mainly because I don't know when the pay-per-view is for USPW, and I think it's this week. Let's say Trent Schaefer comes out and he brings out someone dressed like Rick Law, but like way skinnier and scrawnier, and like talks down to him as if he's running down the real Rick Law. And then the real Rick Law comes out and they have a back and forth, and then they start to brawl, and these two will fight. Alright, so we need matches. We don't have any of our newbies yet. So let's have some of our established people beat some of the people who will be leaving. For example, Enigma. You can beat... I mean, Atlas is a big, like... You can beat Crusher Karloff. Then... Yeah, I imagine using the 2013 database, because USPW wasn't there yet. I think they were the TCW of 2013. Like, they were just easy to destroy. This match is gonna be bad, but I need something to happen here. All right. So 2 heels who will be shortly gone. Dusty and Tribal can lose to the Towers of Power to give the Towers of Power a chance at the titles. So it'll be face versus face for the title. Hooray. Tyson Bane holds a funeral for the Force. But the Force isn't dead, and he escaped after being kidnapped, and he comes back and he beats up T-Rex because Bane is, he gets out of there. Oh, right, Malika Milk is actually available. Oh, this game has changed. I have to test if James Justice and Malachi Milk will work. Yeah, I imagine they wouldn't be able to really hold up well based on that. Who haven't we used? We didn't use Andre Jones yet. We did use Casey Valentine. I'm assuming you mean Peter Valentine there. That actually sounds like a lot of fun. I would quite enjoy seeing that. Maybe I'll have to grab that data set. Is this something that's easy to find, or is it a little bit more difficult? So last week, Joss pinned Freddie Datsun, and he does it again. Freddie looking for revenge here. Not able to get it. So, let's have a couple promos here right before our main event. We'll have the Faces Cup promos on the heels. You got a couple of SWF rejects here. Maybe they don't even call it out by company. You got a couple of up north rejects here trying to take what's rightfully ours. We are the USPW faithful. Not some Johnny-come-latelys looking for big paydays. off of the back of what we worked for. Rich Money's winning this match. And Caulfield loses. This time there is interference, but it's not seen, and it is by a debuting Merritt Koklov. And then Merritt is going to attack everyone but Rich Money, as Rich Money tells him what to do. So Steve Freely, Nikki Champion, and Chris Caulfield all get the Moscow Lariat. As Merritt Koklov debuts in a just stunning manner. Oh no, no jumbo, no. Okay, I'll look that up after. Thank you, thank you. James Justice and Malachi Milk have excellent chemistry together. Look at this team separated at birth. Milk Justice. So that match should do well. Thompson winning again. That match was actually fairly good for what we do. That segment was real good. Oh, Ducant and Cartier have great chemistry, but Ducant's also... Ducant's a 52. He's not the worst. Let's see. Casey getting a win here. A nice promo. Main event. Ugh! Caulfield. You're killing me. This did real well, though. Oh, Caulfield. Oh, boy. All right. We're also bringing in DWN. Boom. Okay. So we do have another American Wrestling before the pay-per-view. I'd like to try and bust out the pay-per-view this recording session. I think that'd be cool. I think a dev fed would be nice, but I don't really want to do that tonight, to be honest. So I'd like to get to the pay-per-view. And I've already been yawning throughout this stream already, which is really poor form, and I do apologize. But we will be returning to USPW, maybe early next week, because I definitely won't be recording Friday or Saturday. So I cannot say. I don't actually need this. You're gonna see my hair for a second. I apologize. Yeah, I just raided the decolts. So Caulfield is essentially Tommy Dreamer, right? Like that's what he is. Oh no! Not Jose. Oh jeez. Well, that really sucks. Less bad there. Man. Poor PGHW. I like to try and book Japan in CornellVerse. And I don't really know much about Japan in real life. So it is a little difficult for me to do that. But I don't know. I think the injuries, it's weird for me because the injuries seem to happen way too much for the style of wrestling that the CornellVerse has for Japan. And I know that that's intentional because like the strong style is very like you get injured a lot doing it. But I don't know. Maybe I just need to like tone down the strong style when I do it. Isn't Gargantuan available like right away? Also, isn't Gargantuan available right away? I should definitely sign him. Yeah, he's on pay per appearance. Like, it'd be dumb not to get this guy. Like, he's bad at everything except this, but that's what we need. Alright, so who don't we have? Just Davis Wayne. So we're going to have a few debuts here tonight. Who is our general manager? Is it Corporal Doom? He sucks on the mic, though. Hey, Ryan, what's up? The CornellVerse is... I don't think it's difficult at all. I think it's easy to jump in. You got these little, like, snippets of what their character is, and then the rest is up to you. Like, honestly, you know, my version of a character could be completely different than your version of a character, and that's what's awesome about it. You know? Yeah, Tara, that's the thing. Like, back in the 90s, I would say it was flipped. But New Japan now and Japanese wrestling in general has kind of toned down a lot of the strong style stuff. But you still see some, like, the stuff like what happened to Shibata and stuff. And, like, I think that is what molded the coding in this. Obviously, Shibata happened after this game. But, like, stuff like that is what molded that idea. But, yeah. Japanese wrestling generally has fewer injuries, but it also has a less work. Yeah. I would recommend it, Ryan. I mean, I'm biased because I love it. Like, it's my favorite mod. It's the most well-balanced mod, in my opinion. We're going to start with an angle. Let me focus up for a second. Rich Bunny's going to come out. And he has his new enforcer, Merritt. And Merritt is going to be running down the champion, Nikki champion, all of this. And Chris Caulfield as well, but he's not going to be there. Basically, Rich Money running down how Merritt could be anyone in USPW, and Money Inc. is going to take over this company. Money Inc. sounds like a 80s WWF thing. See, I'm the opposite, Ryan. I find it really hard to do storylines for people who I have this like really rigid idea of what they are. Like, for me, going back, like the hardest things for me is booking like late 90s WWF and stuff where it's like, well, Stone Cold is Stone Cold. That's like the only thing he can be. So I'm sure it is just a hang up with me, like something weird about the way my brain works. It was. All right. I'm not crazy. Yeah, Champion is definitely your Cena type character. We'll start off with... No? We won't start off with? I need to do this, don't I? It also, so the CornellVerse also trains you to like look at stats in order to get an idea of who's good and who isn't. Because that sort of like also teaches you, okay, so I don't know anything about this character. Let me look at their stats to see what they are, type thing. It's not the most newbie conducive, I would admit, sometimes. But I think it really trains you to think how the game works and stuff like that. Right. Justice. Milk. Milk Justice. Yeah, a lot of strong personalities back then, that's for dang sure. I am going to have Milk Justice defeat the Towers of Power and take the #1 contendership spot. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to have Natural Storm come out and say that he'll face both. So Natural Storm comes out and they'll face both contenders. So who can we push right away? Oh, basically no one. Cage, Patriot, Callum, Zawi. They're all like bad. American Patriot is going to beat Charlie Thatcher in 3 minutes on TV in order to raise his image. Then we're going to have Nikki Champion cut a promo. He is focused on his title match with Freely and will not be distracted by Rich Money and whatever is going on with Merritt. Let's see. Actually, we need a match. We haven't had a ladies match yet. Let's do Melody and Miss American Pie versus Missy and Raven. Raven can pin the champ, and oh my god, if this happens at the pay-per-view, blah 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 blah. I have not watched it yet, Ryan, but I know the spoilers. Looks like some fun stuff happened. Enjoy. And don't type the spoilers because this will go on YouTube and I don't want people to get mad at me. Please, thanks. Tyson, Bane, and the Force will meet in Hell in a Cell. But I hope you enjoy it, man. It looked like a really good show. I'm also 3 weeks behind on Lucha, so I'm going to book the main event here and then work backwards. Thanks. Awesome. Appreciate it. Champion. Enigma. The Force. We'll throw money in here. We'll throw obviously Freely in here. And Tyson Bane. So that's a ton of star power right there. And we'll have Rich Money, Pin Enigma, and Merritt is the reason. And Enigma immediately, because he is an absolute madman, begins taking the fight to Merritt. And we have a match set for the pay-per-view. Yeah, I also watch Lucha Underground with my significant other as well. And we do it while exercising. And unfortunately, we haven't been exercising as much as we should. But we got it in Amazon Video, so we can just kind of binge watch it whenever we want. She bought the season. Let's do Trent Schaefer versus Chris Caulfield. Enigma reminds me of like Bobby Lashley, and that like he was skilled and had a little bit of like a run, but like he's not good on the mic. Don't put him on the mic type thing. But that was kind of before Lashley's resurgence in TNA, so I don't know. I might have to reassess. Like Sting was always pretty decent on the mic. And let's see. Jumbo has not been on like any shows so far. I would not say I have a favorite promotion because here's the thing, and I'm gonna go through this real quick before I book a couple things. New Japan has my favorite matches far and away. Lucha Underground has my favorite segments and moments. Like WWE, for all their talk about moments, their moments are very artificial, whereas Lucha Underground builds and builds and builds and builds, and then it's like it releases and that moment feels good. It feels like, yeah, this has been building towards this. I feel as if there's a moment that happens, and I won't spoil anything, but there's a moment that happens at the end of the third season. And it's not one that's like, that gets a lot of attention. It's not like one of the big moments, but I feel like they built to it very well. And then like NXT has had the match of the year so far twice, so I can't say that WWE's not a favorite because they put out NXT, no matter like how much you want to think that those two are separated, and no matter how much like it's night and day watching like a SummerSlam versus NXT. Like, it's the same company, it's the same promotion, so I can't pick a favorite. They're all real good. Ooh, Gargano, Morrison, and Cross would be real fun. I love Matt Cross so much. Or Son of Havoc. He's so much fun to watch. Plus, he just posts pictures of him, like, skateboarding and shit. And, like, I dig that. I'm super jealous. I wish I could still skateboard. Dude's older than I am, I'm pretty sure. He seems like a nice guy. He liked pictures of my cat. Anyone who likes pictures of my cat, okay by me. Get more in there. Get Running Wolf in there. Tribal in there. The one thing I don't like about this is you can't really put, like, videos out of two people just to kind of build them up type thing without it just straight up killing the show. Like, I want to do... I'm going to do it anyway. But, like, I want to do Roger and Zavi out on the town partying as, like, a way to build them up. And this would be like a vignette, like a, you know, like the stuff they play before someone debuts. Like they did this stuff for like Ten Sires or like the Emelina stuff that they did or something like that. Was this while Delaney was doing his like his I don't know, his old man gimmick? His I can't even describe it now. Where he was like coming to the ring and drinking and wearing like wifey's. Am I just imagining that? Did that never happen? Because I feel like the more I'm saying it, the less I feel like this is real. Ah, 2014. I don't know. I might be fever dreaming. That might not be a real thing that happened. Speaking of fever dreaming, it is getting hot in this the lovely Let's Play 2 recording studio. Oh, so okay, so I'm not crazy. That is actually a thing that happened. Milk Justice versus the Towers of Power. Oh no. Oh no, American Patriot got a pour. Oh, this actually didn't do terrible. This is actually going fairly well. Something's going to happen to make this terrible. Like the main event's going to be like this. The Force didn't do well. That went well. Damn it. Yeah, Delaney could definitely be a... shouldn't put my hand there, sorry. He could definitely be a... I don't even know, is it jobber? Like, I think he could just be a 205er. As like a... someone who is there. Yeah, I think he got the wrong character there, but it's fine. We goofed. And by we, I mean me. I just wanted to have the American Patriot gimmick. I'm sorry. I messed up. Jesus. Is he out for a long time too? Yeah. Man, a lot of my favorites are getting sidelined. Pardon me. Oh, right, we got Gargantuan. Okay. Cheech. It's a name I have not thought of or heard in a very long time. Oh, come on! Wow. The game is being relentless right now. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Nice. Alright, so... pay-per-views. I always just book the matches. I'm sure you've noticed if you've... Like, booking with Swarley has always been weird because he does pay-per-views in sequential order. And, like, I kind of like to do it like this, where I'm just like, okay, this match happens, then I'll go back and fill it in with angles. I think that's fine for now. I'm gonna check something. Perfect. I think it's, like, it's better the way we do things, like on camera, to do it in sequential order. And sometimes we'll set it up kind of in a sheet outside of the game itself so we remember, like, okay, we wanted to do this, we wanted to do this. But, yeah, when, like, I'm just playing and just kind of goofing around, I just book things as I remember to book them, to be honest. By angles, I usually book, like, storyline recaps. Like the hype video that would play before a match that kind of reminds you of how we got here. That sort of thing. That's a big thing for me. Or your post-match attacks or something like that. But we've also had, like, I can't lie, we've had Joey Janela come out on a pay-per-view and cut a promo and then beat up an old man and win a title that he made for himself. So, they are. I'm gonna take this off. It's bothering me. The ear thing, like, is weird. Hopefully it won't be too weird for me to not have that on and now have to actually hear my own voice. Oh, here comes self-consciousness. Alright, Merritt needs to pick up a win here. Alright, so let's do the Hell in a Cell match. Tyson Bane and the Force. Bane wins. And Force is attacked not by T-Rex, but by Colossus. Alright. We'll do our... Oh, Ryan, you haven't seen... So, like, a lot of the references that we're making are kind of going over your head then. But if you've never seen, like Joey Janela's Spring Break, then, woo. My friend, my buddy. Joey Janela's Spring Break is, like, regularly one of my favorite shows. Oh, I feel you. I'm not as caught up as I should be on a lot of things, so don't feel bad. But highly recommend it if you ever get the chance to like sit down and watch it. Janela was also part of one of the legit scariest spots I've ever seen in wrestling, where Dijak just choked slammed him from the ring to the floor. Here you go, and now you're on the floor. And it was like a basketball court, and it made a sound that was very gross and disgusting. And then they finished the match, because both of them are crazy people. That is why I bought 2 Dijak shirts that day. And unfortunately, Janela's shirts were sold out. Yeah, Donovan Dijakovic, I believe is what he's going by now. Which is a fucking Bond villain-ass name, and it's awesome. I don't get the people who hate it. Like, that is an awesome heel name. I could not have come up with a better one. Ooh, yeah. That sounds rough. I am glad that I have never seen anything quite as, like, disturbing as that. And that's what I always worry about going to, like, shows is I've been very lucky so far not to have seen anything like that. And I would rather not see someone's career end live in front of my eyes. That just seems like a not fun thing for me. And especially for the person who is getting hurt. This should be shorter in a car crash. Alright, one of the scariest things was, like, the way, and this is not an endorsement of the person, but when Enzo hit his head on the bottom rope trying to go under, and he just, like, knocked himself the fuck out. And, like, watching live, I thought that something, like he was done. Like, that was it. That was the first show? Oh, the first show you ever saw injuries. I thought that was your first show you ever went to. It's like, why'd you keep going back? I still haven't seen Vicious's leg. I'm all set, thanks. I'm all set. I saw Gordon Hayward. That's enough for me. Thanks. Who do we want to put in here? More on a pay-per-view? Maybe Datsun. In-ring writing proposals. Now that I haven't seen. Most of the stuff I remember was like the like absolute stupid stuff that I saw. Like I saw Super Eric live from TNA. That was dumb. I enjoyed it. All right. Let's just start the show. Tyson and Colossus. Beat up Force. Oh, I got to see Dick Justice versus, I can't remember his name, but the Magician, and he's really good. This is upsetting me now. I liked that match. It was good. Fantasio. No. No. Hold on. Magician wrestler. Search. Jarek 120. Very pleased with myself for finding that in a relative short amount of time. Alright, I think we're going to run this show. The Rock, Rock Bottom, Damien Sandow in Little Rock. See, the reason it was cut, it was just too much Rock. You can't go for the triple. Rock bottoming in Little Rock, and can't do it. Too much. Rick Law won the championship. I honestly can't think of like bad matches that I've seen. There have been some boring matches that I've sat through, but like they were probably misplaced, or the wrestlers were still learning or something. Like, oh. Like, there was, I think it was Bobby Fish and I don't even remember who the Ring of Honor champion was at that time. But it was Bobby Fish fighting for the Ring of Honor championship. It might have been Cole, but I don't think it was. And, like, that match fell way short because, like, earlier in the show, the Hardys debuted in Ring of Honor. They had this, like, crazy match between the Young Bucks and another tag team who it was like a two singles guys just kind of together. So, like, that match fell real flat compared to what... Oh, my God, come on. It fell flat to what came earlier, but it wasn't a bad match. Like, in isolation, it wasn't a bad match. I don't think it was O'Reilly Fish. No, it was Adam Cole. It was definitely Cole. Okay, I looked it up. Because it was Manhattan Mayhem. Like 2 years ago. And, like, again, the match in isolation is probably a good match, but just, like, being at the end of that show, with all the stuff that happened in that show, and that match just kind of was. Like, it was just poorly placed on the card. And I felt bad because I knew both of them were better workers, but... Alright, so our storylines suck. And they're, like, killing us here. So, that is going to be our show for tonight. It is 11:10. I'm going to go to bed a little earlier than normal, but hang out. I'm going to check something. I want to see what we can do in terms of... I wonder if IRM is still going. Let's check. And they are. So we are going to go raid IRM. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Thanks for coming out. Have a good one.